This as performed by the Toronto All-Star Big Band. Here is Sing, Sing, Sing. Well, thank you very much, guys. And that was, as I mentioned, Sing, Sing, Sing. And I pretty much made a drummer a star. It was performed originally by a guy named Gene Krupa. And from that point on, the drummer was shining. This afternoon, we had Kenneth Wong on the drum set. And the clarinet solo was by Taylor Maslin. And that would have been done, of course, by Benny Goodman. The next song we're going to do for you was written and recorded by a jazz singer named Peggy Lee. Some of you maybe have seen a movie called Lady and the Tramp. If not, your parents probably have, so when you go home, ask them. She wrote most of the music and sang in it. This particular number is called I Love Being Here With You, and it was recorded in 1961. We carry 6 singers on this trip with us, and you're going to meet one of them right this minute. Her name is Alyssa Kantakovic, and she's going to sing I Love Being Here With You.
They're both the best, but I'll only go there as a guest, 'cause I love being here with you. I love the sea, I love the shore, I love the rocks, and what is more, with you there they'd never be a bore, 'cause I love being here with you. Singing in the shower, laughing by the hour. Life is such a breezy game. Love all kinds of weather, long as we're together. I love to hear you say my name. I like good wine and fine cuisine and candlelight. I like the scene, but baby, if you know what I mean, I love being here with you. I like a dance by Fred Astaire and Brando's eyes, your Brando's hair. But I think the telly's only fair, and I love being here with you. And Cary Grant, oh Day, his utter charm takes me away. But don't get me wrong, how do you say? I love being here with you. Basie's band is swinging, and I like Ella singing, because there's something else you know. They know how to sing it, they know how to play it, they wind it up and let it go. I love the thrill of New York shows, I love to kiss Dorani's nose, but I like to say before I close that I love, I just love, oh I love being here with you.
Alyssa singing I Love Being Here With You. And we certainly do. This next selection will show you that we play all sorts of music, everything from Broadway style vocals to big band music. The first song that you heard, and this next one comes from the Count Basie library. I'm sure those of you who do instrumental music have probably played something or other by Count Basie. He's a giant in the field of music. We have something that he recorded in 1956. He just hired a brand new singer by the name of Joe Williams, and they put out a record that is a classic recording from the 50s called Count Basie Swings and Joe Williams Sings. We're going to feature Nathan. Nathan Martin's going to do his version of Joe Williams. All right, okay, you win.
Well, alright, okay, you win. I'm in love with you. Well, alright, okay, you win. Now, baby, what can I do? I'll do anything you say. It's just got to be that way. Well, alright, okay, you win. I'm in love with you, well, alright, okay, you win. Now, baby, what can I do? Anything you say, I'll do, as long as it's me and you. Well, now, the first thing in the morning, you got to wake me with a kiss. You got to make up for all the loving you had made me miss. Alright, okay, you win. I'm in love with you. Well, alright, okay, you win. Now, maybe one thing more. Anything you say, I'll do, as long as it's me and you. All I want from you, just love me like I love you, and it won't be hard to do. Alright, okay, you win. What are you waiting for? Well, alright, okay, you win. Now, baby, one thing more. If I'm gonna be your man, oh pretty baby, let me take your hand. Well, alright, okay, you win. I'm in love with you. Well, alright, okay, you win. Yes, I'm gonna be your man. Oh pretty baby, let me take your hand. Well, alright, okay, you win.
All right, okay, you win. You know what, Nathan? It's such a great group. I think they can sing a little louder than that. I think, Giancarlo, why don't we take that near the end before that child chorus? And we really want to hear the roof come off this theater. So let's do it again from that part, okay?
Well, alright, okay, you win. You win. Well, alright, okay, you win. I said I'm gonna be your man. Oh, pretty baby, let me take your hand. You get one more try. Well, alright, okay, you win.
I knew they could do it. Nathan on All Right, Okay, You Win, that Count Basie classic from the mid-50s or so. We're going to go back a little earlier than 56 to late 40s. And we're going to do a song that was a big hit for a vocalist named Nat King Cole. And we're going to feature all of our vocalists, well, most of them, 5 out of the 6 vocalists on this particular number, because this is a harmony version of this particular number. It's a little travelogue that will take you through different states, beginning with Chicago and all the way Los Angeles, California. Here is Route 66.
To motor west, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Chicago to LA. More than 2,000 miles all the way. Baby, there's a fix on Route 66.
Now you go through St. Louis
In Missouri.
and Oklahoma City is mighty pretty. You'll see Amarillo, Gallup,
New Mexico. Flagstaff, Arizona.
don't forget Winona,
Kingman.
also San Bernardino.
Get it to this time we tip.
When you make that California
Trip.
get your kicks on Route 66. David Cruz, on the guitar. Elliot Jarman on the keys. Get your kicks on Route 66. Get your kicks on Route 66.
Route 66, Bobby Troupe's classic song of 1949. We have, of course, already met Alyssa, Viet, Avery, Nathan, and Alicia. You know, in 1942, three sisters by the name of the Andrews Sisters recorded a big song that is still popular even to this very day. We like to do our version of Andrews Sisters' Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy.
Give it up for Ash Matthew King, everybody. He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a good sound and no one else could play. He was a top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. It made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't jam. The captain seemed to understand. Because the next day the cap went out and dropped in the band. And now the company jumps beneath his reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, a tootly attitude. He blows it into the bar. In boogie rhythm, you can't blow a note unless the facing guitar is playing with arms. He makes a company jump when he was reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. And when he plays boogie woogie bugle, he was busy as a busy bee. And when he plays, he makes a company jump and to the thigh. He's a boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. Do 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 liana, do liana, do do. He rolls it into the bar. You can't blow a note if the bass and guitars are with him. And the company jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie Paris Reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
Alyssa, Avery, Alicia, our Sisters of Swing, and Ash Matthew King on the trumpet solo. You know, Martin Scorsese, who has made many movies, directed a movie called New York, New York in 1977, and a couple of composers by the name of, I forgot their names already. Do you remember? Anyway, the title of the song, I'm sure everybody heard, called New York, New York, and of course a number of people have recorded this, Liza Minnelli, and the most important fella who recorded this is none other than Frank Sinatra. We're going to feature Viet Ho on the vocals. Here is Kender and Ebbs. See, eventually I remember. Kender and Ebbs, New York, New York.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heat. These little town blues are melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. I want to wake up in a city that never sleeps and find out king of the hill, ain't number one, top of the list, ain't number one. These little town blues. Oh, nothing away. I'm gonna make a brand new start of it in old New York. And if I can make it now, I'm gonna make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York, New York.
Viet Ho on the vocals, New York, New York. Signature tune for Frank Sinatra. He recorded that in 1979. Now, I've never been to any of the New York Yankee baseball games, but they tell me that they always play that before they start playing whoever they play at the Yankee Stadium. Well, we have a little bit of time before, I like to leave a couple minutes for questions and answers. So we're going to bring out the whole vocal group once again. And a young lady you haven't met yet, Megan Luch, who's going to do the lead on this particular number. This was first recorded by a rather obscure group called the Friendly Brothers in the year 1959. Where it was made more famous, of course, is in the late 70s. Manhattan Transfer recorded this song, and it was a huge hit for them. And it's a gospel number that goes something like this. Megan Luchko on lead vocals, of course, Nathan, Alicia, Alyssa, and Avery. Thank you, guys. We have one more song here for you, and then we have a couple minutes left for questions. This particular number, you know, sometimes there are debates as to what is the biggest and most popular and the best big band song from the big band era, which kind of spanned from 1935 to 1945. And it's either the very first song we played for you, which was Sing, 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 or this particular gem that was recorded by Glenn Miller. Here is In the Mood. Casey, are we on? Great. Okay, there you have In the Mood. Hang on to your trombones. Well, most of the trombone little section you didn't get to play. That's Alex chasing after his trombone that was stolen. Ignacio, Inayet, Sebastian, and Vaughn. Oh, God. You know, the antics that these trombones pull, you never know what's going to happen, and that was a new one on me. All right, so we have a few minutes left. Are there any questions that any of you have? Go ahead. Can you join? Yes. We're about 1,700 miles north of here. Are you being able to come to the rehearsals Thursday night? Are you free? Okay, you're on. Okay, I'll talk to you after. All right, any questions for the vocalists or any of the instrumentalists? Yes. Well, this is a community-based group, so what I do is I usually put out audition flyers, posters, and some of these guys know their friends as well. They come to the audition, and we pick the best people that we can, and of course they're here for about a year or two, sometimes a little longer, and then they move on, and then we get new people as well. And they rehearse on a weekly basis. We do about 80 shows a year. Most of them, of course, in Southern Ontario, but we also have traveled to Iowa for the Glenn Miller Festival, and of course, once a year we come to Florida, and we've done stuff in Buffalo and Art Park in Niagara Falls. So basically, it's a whole bunch of different schools, and then we all meet in downtown, well, west end of Toronto, where we rehearse on a weekly basis. Any other questions? Yes? Well, maybe I'll let Viet answer that question.
Well, we did a big Frank Sinatra tribute last year, so we spent maybe months leading up into that. And then actually on the day of, there was a problem in the set list. I wasn't even singing New York, New York. But now it's been like my signature tune for like a year to make up for it, I guess. So, but like, I guess, yeah. So it's been like years in the process.
Well, he's modest, but he learns songs very quickly. You know, that's something that this group has got to learn things very quickly. We have about 250 songs in our book, as we call it, and then we choose the songs that are appropriate for different audiences. So I'm sure you guys would probably pick up your smartphones if we played a lot of boring, slow stuff. So we pick stuff that we hope you enjoyed this afternoon. But then there are people who like different kind of music, so we have to have a lot of different selections and, you know, pick appropriate songs.